Imagine the height of the 1970s, a time when Abba's songs were at the top of every chart around the world. From Dancing Queen to Take a Chance on Me, Abba wasn't just a band, they were a cultural phenomenon, with their glittering outfits, infectious melodies, and captivating voices. For fans, Abba embodied the fun and carefree spirit of the disco era. But behind the scenes, the reality was more complex. In recent years, Benny Andersson has opened up about the unexpected challenges, heartbreak, and personal sacrifices that existed between him and Agnetha Faltskog, an often untold story that lingered under the spotlight's glitter. For decades, Abba's fans focused on the romantic story of Agnetha and Bjorn Ulvaeus, but few realized the emotional undercurrents between Agnetha and Benny, the musical mastermind behind so many of Abba's biggest hits. Their relationship, though not romantic, was pivotal in Abba's creative process and not without its tensions. Benny, known for his perfectionism, recently revealed that his demanding standards often created a quiet but intense strain on Agnetha, ultimately shaping both their partnership and Abba's legacy in ways few ever knew. Benny Andersson had an uncompromising vision for Abba. He was a musician first, determined to create pop music that would last a lifetime. While Bjorn handled much of the songwriting alongside Benny, it was Benny's ear for melody and harmony that helped elevate Abba's sound. Agnetha, known for her angelic voice and strong stage presence, was often the voice bringing Benny's musical dreams to life. But according to Benny, the relentless pursuit of perfection wasn't always easy on Agnetha. In a rare interview, Benny admitted Agnetha was brilliant, a real professional. But sometimes I pushed her too hard. I demanded so much of her. He elaborated on how rehearsals would stretch late into the night, with take after take as they worked to get every note exactly right. Agnetha, who already felt the pressures of fame weighing on her, found herself caught between her loyalty to the band and her own limits. While Benny saw these demands as part of his devotion to Abba's music, Agnetha began to struggle. Known for being reserved and introspective, Agnetha found the constant demands overwhelming. She had joined Abba with hopes of creating meaningful music and enjoying the journey, but the intense pressure to produce hit after hit left her feeling drained. For Agnetha, the weight of Benny's perfectionism often clashed with her desire for a more balanced life. Friends of Agnetha recall how the long hours took a toll. She would express feelings of being overworked, voicing frustrations that Benny's standards seemed impossible to meet. As Abba continued to rise in fame, this creative tension only deepened, with Agnetha sometimes feeling more like a vessel for Benny's ideas than a valued contributor. Despite the creative clashes, there were moments of magic. When Agnetha sang a line exactly how Benny envisioned it, the chemistry was undeniable. One of those unforgettable moments was during the recording of The Winner Takes It All. A song that, although written by Bjorn, was brought to life through Benny's musical direction and Agnetha's heart-wrenching performance. The vulnerability in her voice captured the song's spirit so perfectly that even Benny found himself moved. In later interviews, Benny admitted that moments like these kept them going, despite the underlying tension. "We had something special, something that only comes around once in a lifetime." Agnetha brought a kind of beauty to the music that I could never have achieved alone. As the 1980s approached, Abba's demanding schedule continued to strain Benny and Agnetha's relationship. Benny's relentless pursuit of musical innovation, though it had driven Abba's success, had a heavy cost. Agnetha increasingly withdrew from the band, growing weary of the constant pressure and longing for a life out of the spotlight. Benny, meanwhile, couldn't slow down. His dedication to Abba's music consumed him, creating a distance between him and Agnetha that neither could bridge. Reflecting on those days, Benny shared, "I realize now that I might have pushed too hard. I wanted everything to be perfect, but sometimes I forgot about the human side of things. Agnetha paid a price for that, and I'll always carry a bit of guilt for it." These words reveal a vulnerability in Benny, a rare glimpse into the regret that lingered long after Abba's final show. After Abba disbanded, Agnetha and Benny went their separate ways, both haunted by the sacrifices they made. For Agnetha, leaving the band was a chance to reclaim her identity, a break from the pressure that had once consumed her life. Benny, on the other hand, continued his journey in music, but the absence of Agnetha's voice left a void that even his most accomplished works could never fully fill. Years later, when they reunited briefly to work on a new project, Benny described the experience as bittersweet. He was proud of the music they had created, but he also knew that the past had left its mark on both of them. Agnetha, in a rare interview, hinted at the mixed emotions she felt about Abba. It was beautiful, but it was hard, she admitted. There was so much we went through, so many highs and lows, and with Benny it was always complicated. The years passed, but Abba's music continued to reach new audiences, spanning generations and cementing the group's legacy in pop history. In recent years, whispers began about a reunion, a chance for the four members Agnetha, Benny, Bjorn, and Annie Fried to come together once more. Fans around the world held their breath, hoping to see these musical legends share a stage again, even if only briefly. When Benny and Agnetha finally reunited for rehearsals, the emotions were intense. They were older now, wiser, carrying the lessons and scars from decades apart. Both knew this wasn't just a reunion for the fans, it was a reckoning with their shared past. In a quiet moment backstage, Benny turned to Agnetha, his expression a mixture of gratitude and regret. "We did something no one else could," he told her. "And I'll always be proud of that," Agnetha smiled, her eyes revealing both nostalgia and acceptance. There was a sense of healing, a quiet acknowledgement that what they'd shared went beyond words, beyond explanations, even beyond forgiveness. On the reunion stage, their voices joined in harmony once more, as if no time had passed. Fans around the world watched with tears in their eyes, witnessing not only a musical performance but a testament to resilience, forgiveness, and the enduring magic of their connection. In that moment, Benny and Agnetha became more than bandmates. They were symbols of a time, an era that valued music as something almost sacred, something capable of transcending pain and division. Behind each lyric was the story of a complicated partnership, woven with equal parts love, disappointment, and an unspoken respect. Songs like "I Still Have Faith in You" echoed their journey, their strength, and their ability to find common ground after years of separation. The lyrics spoke directly to the core of their shared history, capturing a maturity and reflection that only time could provide. For Benny and Agnetha, the journey didn't truly end, even when the reunion tour wrapped up. Their story remains imprinted in every album, every vinyl record, every concert memory. They may live in different worlds now, but their connection persists, forever anchored by the music they created together. Benny reflects on that connection with a quiet resolve, acknowledging that their lives have moved on, yet admitting, "Agnetha will always be part of who I am." For Agnetha, the years have brought peace. She still treasures the songs, the memories, and the indelible part of herself she poured into Abba's music. In interviews, she rarely speaks about the past conflicts or the struggles they faced as a group. But there's a gentle smile when she talks about her days with Benny, Bjorn, and Annie Fried, a hint of warmth for a chapter of her life that, despite everything, remains dear to her. Today, Abba's music continues to inspire, with fans both young and old finding comfort, joy, and nostalgia in every note. For millions, their songs are more than just music, they're time capsules, containing the highs and lows, the magic and the heartbreak, of a time when the world seemed a bit more hopeful. As Benny and Agnetha reflect on the years that have shaped them, they know that their story is more than one of fame. It's a testament to friendship, sacrifice, and the delicate balance between ambition and vulnerability. They created music that transcended borders, spoke to hearts, and turned personal pain into a universal experience. As they continue with their lives, separated by distance but forever connected, Benny and Agnetha's story becomes even more poignant, a reminder that music can heal, even when it's born from conflict. The music they created together is the lasting bond, a symbol of something unbreakable, and a powerful tribute to the shared dreams of two people who, despite all odds, dared to reach for the stars. Their songs, filled with the complexities of their journey, will echo for generations, reminding listeners that sometimes the greatest beauty emerges not from perfection, but from the honest, often painful truth of human connection. For Benny and Agnetha, the music remains forever theirs, forever ours, and forever unforgettable. For Benny and Agnetha, the passage of time only deepened the resonance of their music, each song becoming a testament to their shared journey, one that brought equal parts joy and heartbreak. Though they live miles apart, the melodies they crafted together create an invisible bridge, connecting them across distance and memory. Every time an Abba song plays on the radio, in a concert, or even on a quiet record player, the echoes of their history are revived, reminding both of them and all of us of the unforgettable bond they shared. The lyrics they once crafted, line by line, verse by verse, now seem almost prophetic. Songs like The Winner Takes It All or S.O.S. tell stories that feel intimate, almost as if they were messages to each other, hidden in plain sight. For Agnetha, singing those words during live performances could be both cathartic and deeply emotional, a bittersweet reminder of a love that had transformed but never truly faded. And for Benny, watching her pour her heart into each song reminded him of why their partnership, both romantic and musical, was so powerful. When Benny reflects on the decades since those golden Abba days, he recognizes the complexity of their legacy. The joy of their musical success is shadowed by the cost it exacted on their relationships. In interviews, he often speaks with pride about what he and Agnetha accomplished, but also with a sense of regret, a realization that success came with sacrifices, ones he couldn't foresee in those early days of stardom. Agnetha, too, has grappled with her relationship to the music and the memories it brings up. For years, she withdrew from the public eye, retreating to her quiet life away from the spotlight. It was as if she needed distance from the world that Abba had thrust her into, a world that had taken her love story and transformed it into an international spectacle. For Agnetha, the songs are a reminder of both the highest points in her career and the personal challenges that came with it. In the end, Benny and Agnetha's story is one of resilience and transformation. Though their romantic love may have faded, the music they created has ensured that their bond remains, woven into the hearts of millions. For Benny, the bittersweet truth is that he and Agnetha are forever together in the music, even if life has taken them down separate paths. And for Agnetha, knowing that their music endures is perhaps the greatest testament to what they shared. Their legacy isn't simply about hits or fame, it's a story about the price of art, the sacrifices behind the scenes, and the beauty that can emerge from conflict and collaboration. As long as people listen to their songs, Benny and Agnetha's journey will live on, an everlasting reminder of love, music, and the remarkable bond between two people who once dreamed of reaching the stars and found themselves forever entwined in their pursuit of it. Their music, now timeless, is both a gift to the world and a testament to a relationship that defied the ordinary, a reminder that even the most complex stories can leave behind something pure, something unforgettable. And as long as Mamma Mia and Fernando play, Benny and Agnetha's story will continue, echoing across time, a beautiful, haunting legacy of what once was and what will never be forgotten.